Yes, now, Republican Tennessee Senator and member of the Senate Judiciary and Armed Services Committee, Marsha Blackburn. She's also going to be visiting the southern border tomorrow to get a firsthand look at the situation there. Senator, thank you so much for joining the show, and I'd like to start by getting your response to what House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said yesterday, saying that she believes the Biden administration has this under control.
Kristen, this is eerily familiar words from Nancy Pelosi, because in 2015, when the border started getting out of control after President Obama's DACA order, which, by the way, that's not the law. It was an executive order. And she would say, oh, it's all under control. That's the first year that I visited one of these facilities. Came back. This is out of control. We need to do something. Oh, you know, you're just saying that because it's you disagree with the administration. But here's the thing. We have a humanitarian crisis on our border. There are the cartels who have been so emboldened going through Central America and Mexico and around the globe. You have international drug cartels, human trafficking, sex trafficking cartels, and where are they all coming to work? The northern part of Mexico, just south of the U.S. border. And for the drug and human and sex trafficking, this is out of control. So no, they do not have this border under control, and there are steps they need to take immediately to get it back under control.
So, Senator, you bring up these humanitarian crisis down at the border. And, you know, it's been tough for journalists to really get a firsthand look about what's happening there, especially in these facilities where the unaccompanied minors are being housed, because the Biden administration really is not allowing the press in. They say they're working on it, but they haven't yet. And so we're having to rely on the White House and on some of the local leaders down there to find out what the conditions are like. And listen to what Texas Governor Greg Abbott said yesterday.
What we learned in Midland just in the past hour is two things. One is they have no proven clean running water at the location. They were using well water that the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality has informed the federal government has not been proven to be safe. More than 10% of the migrants at the Midland location have now tested positive for COVID-19.
So in Midland, no clean water for migrants, 10%, according to the governor, testing positive for COVID. Are these the types of issues and concerns that you're hoping to look into when you visit the border tomorrow?
Certainly, we want to look into this. It is a concern that you have individuals with COVID and that are coming in. And then also, you do not know what is coming in via the cartels with biologics, with weapons. And when you have this kind of policy, which obviously this is the Biden administration immigration policy, is open the border. He said he expected about 2 million people to come, but to not make the preparation, to not give the tools so that the border can be protected and American citizens can be protected. This is outrageous. They make every town a border town and every state a border state because there is no control. There is no testing for COVID. The treatment of these young girls and women, Kristen, not knowing what they're walking into, this is absolutely outrageous.
So the flip side, of course, you have the Biden administration saying and blaming a lot of this on the Trump administration's policies, saying they dismantled a lot of these intake facilities. How do you respond to that?
Well, that is just not true. And people know that that is not true. The Trump administration did build some new facilities. Those facilities are now overrun. There were programs that had been put in place going back to George Bush's administration that had been there, systems that were in place. What did the Biden administration do? They chose to dismantle that. They dismantled Remain in Mexico. They reinstituted catch and release. They got rid of the migrant protection protocols. And why did they do this? Because they wanted to throw out the welcome mat and say, y'all come.
Well, Senator, I got to leave it there. I know President Biden's going to be pressed on this on Thursday. And please let us know what you find after you visit the border tomorrow.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Senator.